it's you this time.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Whiskey Happens. That's the G-Man. This is the T-Man.
Oh, Jesus. I don't like that.
Yeah, buddy. Let's do it. All right. What we got coming out them today, Mr. Johnson?
We're going to change things up a bit and just go over the best bourbons, let's say whiskeys. Best whiskeys we've had this year in 2024 so far. I think I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again if I have. I think the landscape of bourbon is changing.
Yeah.
And because of that, when we were putting this list together, I was really surprised. You won't see any unicorns on this list.
You might
some
see
might
some
be harder
from
to get because of local distilleries.
Yep.
But other than that, these are all sitting on shelves at one point and are accessible.
Yeah.
Were accessible.
I would say for the most part, there's probably a handful that are accessible still. And then there are some that just, they were kind of one and dones and they're not here. But I think, as to your point, the landscape right now in bourbon is completely different. There are so many smaller distilleries in the game now. It's hard to keep up with every single one. I mean, I go to a bourbon aisle now and I walk down there and I'm like, oh my God. I mean, every day there's someone new. There's another new distillery producing bourbon. Now, granted, we say producing bourbon lightly because a lot of it's MGP, but still, they're throwing their hat in the ring and seeing what they can do. These are more, I would say, traditional in the sense they've been around a little bit longer, and we've kind of gushed over some of these in previous ones. But this year, this is so far best we've seen, best we've had. So, but let's start with that budget banger. What's that budget banger?
It wouldn't be the first time you guys have heard me say this. We didn't do a video on this one.
No.
It was, I guess, our little dark secret that we were coveting it. I think a lot of people know. But yeah. Green River, in general, has put out great whiskey for the price point. This one, the Foolproof, love it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people enjoy, and I don't know, enjoy is the word. But I know a lot of people gravitate towards the benchmark Foolproof and the Lord, the cousin, whatever it is to Stag or any other Buffalo Trace product. Who knows? It's not the point of this video. This is a standalone. It's a bit higher in price.
Yeah.
I think if you're just looking for a Foolproof that is great, benchmark works.
Yeah.
Not knocking it. Out of that new vertical, that was the only one I repeatedly purchased, that in a bottle and bun. However, if you're looking for something just a little bit more coin and a little bit more sophisticated, I think this is beautiful.
It is.
And it finishes nicely. As well as, if Foolproof's not the way to go, I think their weeded is great.
I think the majority of their stuff is just great. I mean, from their rye to their weeded to their bourbon, now to the Foolproof, that's the most recent of their line that's come out. I mean, and they're all reasonably priced. There's nothing that is astronomically expensive with Green River. And so we'll put, what's the proof? You can put it right down here.
Oh, I mean, I can just read the bottle and say it out loud. This bottle is 117.3. And it's not allocated whatsoever.
No.
Local here in Texas is on shelves. I don't know their actual full distribution.
Yeah, some areas they don't get them, and it took a little while for us to get some of them. Like we got I think the weeded came pretty quickly, and so did the bourbon. But the rye and the Foolproof, at first, well, the rye took a little bit longer than it hit shelves in other places, but the Foolproof pretty much hit the shelves in Texas pretty quick. And they're still out there,
Yeah, the rye, when I knew it was announced, it was like I went to my liquor store weekly. Hey, is the rye in the system yet? Is the rye in the system yet? Is the rye in the system yet? And then it finally came.
Yeah.
But let's go on to number 2.
Are we going to hit it up with a finished one? So this is a finished whiskey. This is a local one, the Iron Root Republic out of Texas. This is the cigar finish, and I have absolutely
Harbinger cigar
loved
finish.
it. Well, yeah, Harbinger. Sorry, I know most people probably can't read that. Harbinger. But 115 proof cigar blend. I've drank that much really fast. Like, it is phenomenal. This is one of the best ones I've had in a long time. I would say this rivals some of the other cigar blends out there.
I would even say if you're in Texas, of course, and you're a Joseph Magnus fan, this is more attainable and on shelves. So you don't have to work as hard to get a quality blend.
Yeah. And this one is, the interesting part about this one is a lot of this juice came from a blend of the owner's first barrel and second barrel, which he named after his son and his daughter. And so it was their very first barrels are blended in here that they've ever had on site that was theirs. And so this is what I love about it is the fact that...
What's the name of the barrels? Cigar?
No.
Was Cindy and
No.
Garrett?
No, I'll have to remember.
That spells cigar.
I know, but that's not why. He takes... really cool story. He takes some from each of the barrels that he's ever done like that he named after his kids and puts them in special releases, and that's in this as well. So I thought it was a really cool story. This is just a phenomenal bottle.
Okay. And then I'm shocked to be doing this. I really am. If you guys have been watching our channel for a while, you know I'm not the biggest supporter, proponent, perpetuator, dabbler, if you will, in rye.
Nope.
However, Still Austin Bottle and Bond Rye Whiskey from the Bottle and Bond series is making the list. I checked it twice, guys. It's real. I absolutely love this. I was very surprised about it. If you haven't watched our video, go check it out. But for this year, and the price point, again, readily available here in Texas.
Yep.
I think Still Austin has distribution through Total Wine in like 10, 13 states. Or, I mean, they have a deal with Total Wine, and they're also available in 10 or 13 states. So if you do have this, go get it. You will not be disappointed. The Bottle and Bond series will be continual. So if you didn't get the 2024 and it's already sold out in your areas, there will be the same bottle for 2025. The Red Corn this year is sporting a 5-year age statement. So maybe we'll see some older variants throughout the whole turn. Who knows? I don't have any information. You were at the distillery. Is it up there? Information for this year?
I haven't looked. I literally went in, grabbed the bottle, and left.
Okay.
When I was in there grabbing another bottle. But I agree with you. I know in Dallas, this is still on the shelves. And I think people are still sleeping on this. And it's surprising to me.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think every single bottle we're doing here is under $100. And that was under 100.
I don't know.
I mean, okay, MSRP plus taxes, sure, a little over. But yeah, so that's Still Austin Bottle and Bond Rye.
Next one, we got an age statement, and that's Penelope, 15-year. So, you guys have heard us in the past gush over the 13-year. Loved it. And the 15-year doesn't disappoint. Do I think it's as good as the 13?
Well, we had that conversation, and I think I was chasing a memory that was just too old in my mind. However, as a successor or continuance of the age-stated Penelopes, I think it's good. Wherever they found these barrels and wherever they picked them from, pick the same spot again.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back next year.
The light whiskey, I don't know. They do a great job with light whiskey, and so I think it's amazing. Coming in 128.4 proof. Probably won't be able to find this except for on secondary. I don't know if would you suggest paying secondary prices for this?
I'll just wait till next year.
Yeah.
It seems like they're going to try and release this as often as possible. I wouldn't go secondary on it just from the standpoint of don't do it unless it's like something you absolutely... no, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's your money. Spend it however you want to. I personally wouldn't, and I would just wait for next year.
I agree.
Because these didn't come across allocated. The previous one before that didn't come across allocated. They were accessible when they were released.
Yeah, they were. Good point. All right. Last one.
This one, we definitely have to thank the Mullen family for introducing this to us. I believe the Bardstown Origin Series, I don't know. But I know this bottle was introduced to the Origin Series last year. I don't know when the Origin Series started. Bardstown Bottle and Bond, we did a video on it as well. If you haven't seen it, check out that review. Maybe I'll put that at the end of this video. But great juice.
Yeah, 100 proof, pretty cheap.
Yeah, again, like if you love weeded bourbon, this is not saying that you're a Buffalo Trace fan, but if you are chasing other weeders that you can't find in your town or you have to stand in line for, this is going to cost you a little bit more if you're getting it at retail than those weeders you're chasing. However, $50, right?
$50.
I have no regrets about that.
No.
On my second bottle, I will get a third bottle. I'll continue to repurchase this.
Yeah. Yeah, and 6-year age statement. And this is the first year they used their own juice for this. That was the big deal.
The Origin Series,
Yeah. This is the first year that in the Origin Series, this one is where they use their own juice, which I think is the big deal. And that's why I've had some other Origin Series, not as good as this. This is, to me, the best of the Origin Series that I've had. So.
Yeah, also, that should be said. I know I just said this was $50, but like most Bardstown products, you're not getting for less than 100. So
Yeah.
the fact that, I mean, you can get any of the Origin Series for under 100 right now. I haven't seen it allocated anywhere for any strange reason. So Bardstown is distributed in your state, city. Definitely pick this up if you haven't picked it up before. By far, the thing on the list that we've done is the one that, like I said, I'm going to continue to buy.
Yeah.
The Penelope, as the newer ones come out, sure. And same thing. I guess the foolproof is the only stagnant one that wouldn't have batches. But as the newer batches come out, I will continue.
I agree. So that'll do it for us tonight. You know, let us know below what you thought about any of the ones that we have in this list, or if you've had them. Let us know your thoughts on you liked it, you didn't like it, or it never dropped in your area. I'd love to understand that as well. So whether you like it neat, on the rocks, or in a Coke, whiskey happens.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.